We're live.
I hate you sometimes. So annoying. Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
And Harley Designs. The first one in live streaming.
The first last name.
Right. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for joining us on a new Wednesday. A new Wednesday.
It's a new Wednesday. It's a brand new day.
Week 44. The rash persists.
Yeah. It keeps getting worse. We weren't late adjacent. We were late.
Close enough.
It's fine. We were, there's technical stuff. This is not just a guy in front of a camera. Yeah. There's teams of people helping us.
My producer was late. It was just, it's...
Yeah.
I got new headphones and I can't hear myself when I have them on. And that's really, I like the sound of my own voice enough that...
Yeah. I don't. It's odd because I do this show with you, talk to you like 2 hours at a time.
I know. I'm gonna have to go to my, what should be fine. I can leave these headphones on my editing computer and then I can just have my other crappy ones in here.
These ones for me, I can hear myself enough, but they're noise canceling, so I don't hear anything else, which is good.
Bonus.
Because, anyway, tonight on Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, exactly. It has been a busy day for me.
Has it then?
It has.
Is that because you shipped my box?
No, I didn't have anything to do with that.
You're too busy. You're too important.
I don't. So,
muck about with that.
Yeah, that. No, it was just one of those days. I just had a million things to get done, and then the day was over, and I don't know how that happened. But regardless, last week was what? Last week, what did we have? 5 things that popped up that were like, oh wait, we can't talk. We can't.
Yeah, there were a few things.
The Rift last week was teased during the show, which
that was big news.
That was because then it released on Thursday last week. Doesn't it seem like
that seemed like it was an eternity ago. I feel like actually, honestly, the Rift is old news. I'm over it.
You're just done.
I'm done. What's the next new thing? I don't care about that anymore.
Didn't something else come out already? Yeah, it's like that came out Thursday. I was shooting the Scale News on Monday, and it was just like,
what came out last week? Oh yeah, the Rift. Yeah, I mean, you may have seen a video about it. Whatever.
I'm just like that only came out. I put a video out Thursday and Friday, and then Scale News is Tuesday. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use the Rift as a cover photo, but because not a lot else happened, but oh wait, no, that was still only 3 days ago.
New? Is there anything new from Fijan this week?
You know what? I should put Fijan on my list of websites I check for news every week.
Yeah, you just never know when they're going to release another motorcycle.
Hey.
Sam C, thanks for the 19.99
yes,
pounds,
Sam C,
man.
Thank you.
Quite
much appreciated.
Right. Hey.
We appreciate. I talk to Sam on the Facebooks pretty often about.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
See, I don't have any friends. Nobody cares about me. But thank you, Sam. That's very, very kind of you. Hey, everyone, just do us all a favor and let us know where you're watching from.
Yes.
But
I do see some people.
Not what city or state or any of that nonsense. I want to know what room of the house you're in.
I want GPS coordinates. And I want your MAC address from whatever phone you're using.
For no reason.
Yeah, nothing specific.
Nothing specific or nefarious.
Last 4 of your social. Other than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear. Yeah,
hi, Small Factory. Hi, Tim. I spoke to Tim today, my friend Tim. He sent me a picture of a horse, and I said, you have aged.
Was there any context to it?
Well, he was at the horse farm where he rents his horse from.
Okay.
So...
All right then. Does he rents a horse there or he boards a horse there?
Oh gosh. That's a little too specific for me.
Renting a horse is not, I guess that is something. I guess
I don't think I mean most I mean, I don't own my own horse. Josh, do you?
You're more of a lease type of guy. No.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like to buy things that depreciate in value.
Right.
So,
I
I mean, no
got
matter
that.
how
I got
much
that
glue
all
and horse
include.
meat you
I
get,
got that all included maintenance. It's
if it throws a shoe, they just replace it for free.
oh, I am shopping. You know, you get 6 sliders out of a horse without killing it. Hamisher Slemmer's still interested. The Sharper Image is still interested.
Oh, what is that from?
What?
No, I know it, but I can't remember right now.
Dwight, he had an invention where he was.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
making
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Sliders out of a horse. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Stabby Josh is soaking in the tub. So
Hopefully his phone's in an OtterBox.
yeah. Whoa! Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
There goes another phone. No, all phones are waterproof these days, Josh.
But you know, you're talking about someone renting a horse, but when you messaged me here a little bit,
he used to lease it. Now he owns it, so it was a lease to own situation.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. We have to talk about your finances, Tim.
So I was sitting on the couch just prior to this starting, and I was talking to Nicole, and we were, I don't know, watching a TikTok video together, bonding time. Anyway, your message popped up on Messenger.
Yes.
And I clicked on it because, you know, you had exclamation points behind the message. So I clicked on it and I replied, but the message that was just above it, you just said, I think I'm more of a double wide type of guy. And Nicole just like looks at me. She's like, what? Like, is Matt moving?
Yeah, I've found a much bigger trailer to live in. Rebecca and I aren't getting on very well.
Right.
I've bought too many toys, as evidenced by I got another one of these. That's the video screen grab right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me get it right. I had it upside down. Okay, Wes, this is for you. Hello. Okay. I went and bought another one today because I have no self-control. And what number did you get again?
I have like 389 and 4,700 and something.
I got 6,600, which felt pretty even.
Yeah, you know, well that is an even number. So
sort of almost in the middle too. So this one's probably the best quality.
Right. They learned some things, but they weren't sick of it yet. So.
Exactly. Yeah, none of us have self-control. Hello, Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
Video said, got
it. Nailed it.
Questions already.
Oh man,
I don't have. That's ridiculous. Why do we this every time? I'm in my closet with my laptop. That's not a question. Where'd that question go?
Brian's asking, Matt, is that number 37? I would fly. I would fly to like New York and then sneak across the border to go steal it from Matt if that was number 37.
Yeah, you're desperate for that weird number.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that question go? There was a good question. Oh, when is the next from Potato? Or actually, I bet you that name is Potato.
Obviously.
Yeah. When is the next RCPC video? That's a great question.
It is a great question. My RCPC, if you would like to see exactly what it looks like, go to the last video and rewind just slightly.
I see. Nothing has changed. Okay.
No, I have not got anything done on mine. I did order a new flexible PCIe cable.
The Fantex one? You did it. Yeah.
Stupid, expensive, long cable. Whatever.
I like making you spend money.
It's like I've never bought I don't think I've ever bought a $75 cable before. Like I can't think of anything in my life where I've ever had to buy a $75 cable for anything.
Yeah. Even the 30-foot HDMI cable I bought was like $20.
I mean, unless you count like a roll of Romex or something like that. That's the only time I could ever think that I've spent $75 on a cable of some sort.
Yeah. But you're going to be so happy with that cable. It does wonders. It does all the things you need it to do.
Yeah. And
I've chosen a winner, by the way, for the giveaway from last week.
Oh, good.
RC Fun Every Day came up
oh,
with the name of the tires, RC four-wheel drive mud collectors. Which I thought was pretty fun.
It's right on the nose. I like it. Just get Apple MacBook chargers / cables are like $80. You're totally correct. I think my 80 watt MacBook, but that isn't just a cable. There's a brick in the middle. So that's been nope. Doesn't count.
Okay.
So
yeah, I can't think of any other cables I've spent that much money on.
car audio wiring was pretty expensive. That's true. I didn't have to buy a lot of it though, because I worked at a stereo shop, and me personally, I think the heaviest I ever ran in my Jeep at the time was like 0 gauge. So that was like not that big, but it wasn't crazy expensive. It might have been $50 for the power cable though, maybe with both of them combined, but it's either way.
Yeah, I mean, it is it's not a Fantex cable, it's a Thermaltake.
Thermaltake, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantex is the case.
Fantex. There's a new Fantex case that just came out.
It's like it's Q11 mini or something like that, but it's not really mini.
It's not a mini. It's still an ATX size board. Josh and I were talking. This will be all the PC talk for this episode.
Yes.
But we were talking the other day about building the smallest possible computer, because these are big. There's a lot of room in the back of this trailer.
They are big.
I would like to build like a sub 5 liter, like really small, but custom loop, and just like really go nuts with it.
I think
not that I need another computer.
But the thing is like we were talking about, what RC car are we going to put it in? And that's that's the real question.
We'll put it in the fastest TRX6.
Yeah.
So when you
it has to be fanless.
Well, that should be no problem.
The
it's
air
going that fast.
Exactly. It's just air. Airflow has to be generated by the RC.
The only way that PC works at the optimum level is to go 60 miles an hour in it. We're solving two problems at once.
We could have found the only use, though, because I see Red Cat of CT in here. We could have found the only use for the Proline van body.
Yes.
RCPC Season 2.
Goodness. Yeah, thank goodness
I say that because, I have two. One for me, one for RC, one for Red Cat of CT. What
Dark
a weird...
Horse Garage just suggested the felony.
What a weird video. 80. Cut out in screen. Please explain.
Cut out in screen?
I don't know what you mean, sir. What a weird video. Cut out and screen. Please explain.
I don't know.
I don't know either what that means. I would. Oh, maybe he's talking about how your mic is in the video. Yes.
I can. Yeah. Is this better? Is this better?
You're about to make a real funny another screenshot for video. Just.
How about?
There you go. Now you look all funny.
I don't know. What here? Difference doesn't make where this thing is. There. How about now? Better? Can you still hear me fine? Okay,
yes.
Good.
Yes, we can.
Hey, Matt, your mic is showing. What a crappy production value.
Oh,
see the boom mic in the shot.
I mean, I could lower mine.
All right.
Oh, yours is bigger. I'm not doing this.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. SCX24 PC.
SCI. Those have to be like Raspberry Pis.
Yeah, you can get a Raspberry Pi or a Justin Nano in there probably. Self-driving SCX24. Why am I wasting my time with a full-size RC?
Right.
Get this in there, no problem. A trailer, maybe. What?
Sorry. Never. There's some mic comments in here that I'm having a hard time getting past without.
I'll bet there are.
Reading.
All right.
Mike here's asking. I'll ask you, being you are an expert in hard bodies now, obviously. What glue do you use to glue them together? With Gorilla Glue work for hard bodies? I used MEK, methyl ethyl ketones.
Yes.
Or a version of that.
It also is known as Plastruct bondine. You can get it as limonene. You can also buy. Do I have the bottle?
I have the Tamiya one.
That's. I think they just refer to that as plastic weld.
Yes.
Then there's also, if you buy from Micromark, it's called Same Stuff.
Same stuff. Yeah.
Because it actually is. It's the same stuff.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
It's a great brand name, by the way.
Yeah.
I got a lot of joy out of some of the Micromark products. That's an excellent catalog. Hard bodies. If it's ABS, styrene plastic, you should definitely use MEK or a substitute for MEK, or Plastruct bondine, any of the ones that we just talked about. If it's a 3D printed body, CA.
There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say. Matt just so rudely interrupted, but it's okay. I forgive him.
It's okay. I mean, if you want actual, real answers to the questions, Scale Builders Guild.
Yes, you can watch my intro to Styrene work, and you'll see like the video is like from a really weird. It's like Matt was filming it with his MacBook just opened all the way up.
No, I wanted everyone this is what I wanted. I just wanted. All right, so what do you when you're doing styrene work and you're an expert like this guy over here? Yeah. It was a lot more casual back then. Now it's all business.
And it looked like you were filming in your basement at the time, which you still are, but it doesn't look like it as much.
It's different, but it's the same. Do you remember how we should do like a retrospective and look back at some of our first videos? That would be amazing. Ooh. Yes, Chris Quinn. So no on the Elmers? I don't think they
don't
make
get
a
it
styrene.
Yeah.
Gotta have slurry. Yes, make a slurry too.
Yeah, I've got that as too. What was it? Looking back at old videos, but especially though, even just looking at all the different places I've filmed videos through the years, is crazy.
Oh man. Some of my very early videos, I didn't go in front of the camera. It was always just running videos. My
early videos were still tech videos, but they were
over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder, just hands. And I talked real slow. I had nowhere to be, and just
it's a little of that sticky, icky,
bro. Yeah, exactly. In Missouri.
Yeah, your teens.
I drank a lot more beer then, but that was about it.
Right. And then some of my first videos, if they weren't down here, I tried to do them up in the second bedroom, and it was like shotgun mic, but like 12 feet away. So it was like, hey guys, so this is the video. And it's like really super quiet and far away, and just like chest down. You saw like more of me.
That's weird.
Like, it was weird.
That's
not
weird.
Good.
That's a weird choice.
Yeah, not a good choice.
Yeah, so one of my first videos I did was for Axial. They asked me to do a video, like way back, and it was for the XR10, because at the time I worked a lot with Futaba and those guys on dual ESC setup, and the XR10 really could use it, but it's very difficult to really fully understand, wiring an XR10 comp rigs, single ESC or dual ESC, and just how everything would work. So they asked me to do a video, and I was like, okay.
Big mistake.
Yeah, that
was the downfall of Axial.
I used
pinpoint exactly when it went off the cliff.
I think it's still on Axial's channel too.
It probably is. In fact, I had to go on a deep dive looking for B-roll from the early days, and there is not a lot.
There is not a lot. That is very true. Yeah, and it was just, that was a good one. But
some questions here, which I've lost again.
You're great at this.
I'm terrible at this. Oh, here we go. Potato wants to know, what's my favorite scale crawler that I currently own? Well, I just sold one of my favorites, so it won't be that one.
If you're frozen on my end, just refresh your page, because I'm not dropping any frames, and everything appears to be good in the YouTube preview for me.
Everything's good here as well. How are you?
So, yeah.
What's my favorite? I think my favorite still right now of all my scale crawlers is, the Ripper's up there, but of stuff I've made personally, I've got a lot of love for the goofy 6x6 or this half track ding dong thing that I made, and the steam powered JK, which is there. But I think my personal favorite still, currently, for right today, is the Jelly Bean.
Yeah.
I still love this truck because it's just such an oddball. I put a lot of time and effort into it for a comp that I never got to go to.
Exactly.
But it actually hasn't even happened yet. So
that's true.
I do very much love this. It's on a VS410 Pro.
Yeah. So for me, I've, in weird ways.
Nobody cares about your stuff.
My favorite car to drive is still my VS410 Pro. My favorite car that I've worked on, though, is probably the Woods Runner that is going to Ben. Just because I tried a lot of new things on that I haven't ever done before, like the 3D stamping, which I think is actually like one of my favorite techniques right now. And I'm really kind of looking forward to doing more of that, and then also combining some of that style with, or the stamp stuff with my new CNC and with some carbon fiber. And I kind of want to combine all of those into some items. But I like right now, the hard part with that stamped metal is actually just like getting it all cut out and trimmed and, or, things like that. So I want to actually stamp some and then actually possibly use the CNC to cut it all out with a fixture, or also possibly use it to add some extra depth into it and cutting out other areas. So
thanks, Joe Strummer Lives, for the $4.99. Much appreciated.
Yes, lots of little things that
cheers, mate.
I have hopes and dreams for.
There was a very good comment came in here. RC73 Latigo said, "You should chop some celery for old time's sake." And
what?
I don't know if Josh will get that, but I think it was a time lapse build that I did. I think of the RC 4-wheel drive cruiser, the 40 series Land Cruiser that they did.
Okay.
In the time lapse, I did all kinds of other things that weren't related to building the truck. So I'm like eating a yogurt, reading a magazine, my clothes and my hat changes. The cat jumps up on the table. I chop some celery. Like it was great. There was a time when it didn't really matter. I could just do whatever I wanted. And you know what? For the most part, I still do.
Right.
The comedy is always the best part of any of these videos.
Oh my God. That's pretty good. I've done a couple of time-lapse builds as well. Nothing, still nothing comical, but
nothing stupid like that. It was great though. Thanks for that memory there, Latigo. That's
was pretty
amazing.
good.
I'll tell you which
Tor,
truck I'm
thank
not
you
in
for
love
the
with.
50 knock. Which truck are you not in love with?
You get one guess.
Oh, is it a cross canyon? Cross country?
It is a cross country canyon.
Yeah.
What is this? The cross country, right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I always say the wrong one, whichever one. I try and say the opposite of the one that I'm thinking, and it's still always the wrong one.
Right. I mean, it's like I said in the review, it's sort of for me a bit of a swing and a miss. They just they missed the mark on a few elements of it, and it's hard to see past those things.
Pull the grill off. Pull the grill off. Do it. Do it.
It doesn't come off. I don't know what everyone's on about. Apparently, there's another grill under there. But I wouldn't know. Jeep wave. Put a Jeep wave. I mean, Jorp. Wave.
Yeah, Jorp. Oh my God. That.
Yeah. Plus, it's broken, so I can't even drive it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All broken. Now, I will say that technically my Rift blew a trailing arm up during my testing. So
yeah, but that was on how many S's?
Well,
3?
Honestly, it was still. I only drove that car on 3S that whole time, and it's still. I don't honestly know how. Like on 4S, I don't think I like too much power.
I know you do.
4S is too much power in that car, without re-gearing and things like that. So next week we will have Randall. Sorry. Next week, Randall will be on.
Rodney.
Yes, will be on here with us though. And Randall was the project manager of the Rift.
Is he gonna send you some new trailing arms?
My new trailing arms will be here Friday. So,
cool. So, but that was on 3S, and you were ripping it.
I was
ripping.
I was trying to make. So it was so hard to film that video. I went totally solo to go film. I didn't, just again, trying to do our best. So went totally solo. It's such a fast car that it's super hard to film that thing, and it just. So I was trying to do whatever I could, set multiple GoPros up, and was just launching it up the hill, trying to make something spectacular every time. So it really did get an absolute beating.
Right. That's exactly what happened to the cross country too. I was just,
You were just really sending it in high gear.
Tearing it up. Tearing it up. Actually, well, I drove it over a slight bump in the road.
There was a stick. It's very scale. My Jeep would have broken too.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
But anyway, so actually, I'm really looking forward to having Randall on though. That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great to have him on. He's always good for a story, and I'd like to know more about that Rift. Actually,
I think it'll be fun.
From the guy who developed it. I
had the Rift for maybe 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. It was. I didn't really get a chance to do much. Most of what I did beforehand was try and write down all of the info that I wanted to cover in a video. And then I was just like, ooh, this is too much to talk about. So I pared it down as much as I could. It was still like 26 minutes long, and I basically just rattled off all of the information as much as I could. But I had it basically scripted for me so that I could go through it. I'd gone through.
I think it did pretty good.
Yeah, there was a lot there. Who is Randy? YMH. Nobody will get it. I too am a Your Mom's House podcast fan, so I know exactly who Randy is.
So,
Your Mom's House podcast. Pretty good times.
Is it? All right,
yes.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's Tom Segura, good comedian, and his wife.
But Travis Gilmore, hope you're doing well there, buddy. Matt, I need that Hoonigan shirt. The yellow matches the brake calipers on my car.
He must have a Porsche with the upgraded brake package.
I was gonna say Chevrolet Cobalt, but 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, equally as likely. But we do need to talk about Hoonigan. But before that, someone was asking here, what are your occupations? What do you do for money?
I operate a YouTube channel. No, I have a real job. I'm a film editor, but I mostly work in advertising. So I make television commercials.
There you go. Perfect.
Which is why there's always so much great edits in my videos.
Yes, very true. I do not work in film editing or advertising, as you can also tell by my videos.
Yeah. Oof.
But I help manage Vanquish Products, the RC company. I play with toy trucks all day.
Manage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
And
I say
90% of your day is this.
Yeah. I did pick up a controller today, but I will say that on a normal week, I do not touch a radio on a car at work.
Good.
If the only thing I would do for a car at work would be like test fitting a part. But beyond that, like I did this week, I had EPA paperwork to do. I had, making sure that all of our EPA stuff was up to date. Got to make sure.
Dear EPA, we promise not to dump all that in the lake anymore.
Yeah. Oh man, and then
Travis is correcting us. It's not a Cobalt, nor is it a Porsche. Subaru STI, which makes a lot more sense.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's almost a Porsche.
Perfect middle point.
There is no better middle point between the two cars we picked. Boxer engine, but not a Porsche.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect middle ground. Absolutely perfect. Noki Mukari, SBG vids are so awesome. Thank you.
They are. I agreed as well. I watch all of them.
Sorry. I also watch all of Josh's videos, but it's only so I can leave a snarky comment.
Right.
Ben Benavenides, $4.99. Thank you very much. Let's see the real grill. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got to do it now. That's the move.
Is that the rule?
That's the move.
That's
only job better than Josh's at Vanquish would be R&D. Funny thing is, it's the same job. There's only.
But in Josh's case, it's research and destruction.
Yeah, exactly. I basically just get to say I don't like that. No.
Yeah.
Do things differently.
My hand doesn't fit under enough of it.
Exactly. Needs more ground clearance. I can't.
Needs more hands under there.
Isogen, thank you, sir. Tree Fitty for hints on Vanquish stuff for 2021.
Well, what aren't you going to do? Dancing Rider parts are finally happening.
Right.
Those are coming out.
Always a chance of some new beadlock rings.
Oh, all right. Everyone likes beadlock rings.
Do have a new machine delivering the 20th of this month, next Wednesday.
A Matsura?
No, this will be a Brother.
Oh, yes. Where is Brother from? Are they from Germany?
No, they're not German machines.
Are they American machines?
No, I think they're Japan?
Dutch? Oh, Japanese. Okay.
I think. But Brother, just like the, I have to double check that. But Brother, just like the printers or same company, they make a lot.
Yes. Like Mitsubishi or
Toyota.
Yamaha. Yeah. Hyundai.
So, Hyundai.
Did you see that? Just not really related to anything we do, but Hyundai bought Boston Dynamics.
Mm-hmm. I saw. Well, they didn't buy all of them. I think they bought
bought a controlling portion.
Yeah, they bought a big share of it.
Yeah.
For it was a big chunk of change. I didn't understand.
I don't doubt it.
Boston Dynamics has been sold like 3 times in the last 5 years. I didn't know that.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
Huh. So, yeah, interesting though. Josh's manager skills equal Michael from The Office.
Mike. There's a lot of prison Mike.
Gruel. In the Dementus.
Dementors. I kidnapped the president's son, and I never got caught neither.
Why are you in jail then? What did he get caught for? I don't remember.
I don't think he ever explained it that far.
Yeah, I don't remember either. St. Thomas's box. Yes. I did get that sorted, I think. That's
hello, Moose
Thank you,
Jaw.
Matthew.
I got my first dislike on a video. I have made it.
Oh,
Yes, you have, Joe.
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
It has to be
Yeah.
consistent and immediate. That's when you know you've made it. When
Yeah,
someone,
exactly.
as soon as they see it gets uploaded, they jump in there and just like, ooh, got it quick.
Ooh, I don't even care if I love this video. Yeah, I get routinely it's like 6.
I get 8, right around 8 usually.
6, 7, 8. It's always good, unless I say something really mean about something everyone else really likes.
Yeah, right.
Like
Nate says,
my TRX4 initial review video. When I
yeah.
was like, trucks, too many things.
Nate said, any reason you went with Brother over Fanuc? Well, we actually have a number of Brother machines we really like, but they still have Fanuc. Actually, this one doesn't have a Fanuc control. A lot of our other machines use a Fanuc control, or a lot of other Fanuc parts. But the robot that's going onto this new machine is a Fanuc robot done by Trinity Automation. So, yeah,
Neat.
yes, the robots are fun. They just move around.
Oh yeah, I love a good robot. When
know.
I worked in the auto factory, they were always behind a lot of protective things because they could kill you quite
Yes.
easily. But man, those things moving around, just smashing stuff together, and then just the weld robots come in. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
I loved working there.
And
Those
these
are
are
the best.
basically the same robots as those. The big yellow
Yeah.
robots they just move around. Did
Yeah.
you know Wes made? That's where he works for that company. Fanuc?
Oh no, kidding.
He's been an
That's cool.
automation engineer for like 20 some odd years. I was like, that's amazing.
Wes is a cool dude.
Yes, he is.
He sent me a box, but it's in limbo right now, somewhere between the border. I'm kind of
Getting
nervous.
nervous.
Yeah, because it's already been like 2 weeks. I mean, I'm still waiting on an RC four-wheel drive package that shipped on December 15th.
Oof, God. And he plans to do a Vanquish Fest where all other inferior brands are not allowed. Oh my God.
Wow. Yes, it's scheduled immediately following Viterra Fest.
Yeah, exactly. Joint effort. No, there is no plans for that. Events are an incredible amount of work and generally a losing venture. And we don't have the manpower to do that type of thing. We're a pretty small shop. Like Vanquish is not a big place.
I can vouch for Josh on that one. I've been there, and on any given day when I've shown up, there's usually like the machines running.
Yeah.
And then there's like Josh sitting in a corner eating a sandwich. And then there's a couple of dogs that don't belong to Josh. And then a couple of other men. But it's not big.
No.
There's a couple of people assembling packages and shipping everything out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty amazing how much they do with
we have like 15
small
people.
workforce. Yeah. The Christmas party easily fits into the play area at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Most of them are available right now. So it was super convenient this year. Like, is this reserved for us? It's taped off. Perfect.
Sir, please don't go over there. Check my Instagram story mentions. Okay, Colby, I will. Maybe not right this second, but I'll check it, I promise.
But Hoonigan,
yes.
Ken Block.
So no more Ford.
Yeah,
He's out. He's done.
He said in the last Hoonicorn versus the World that he and Ford are departing ways.
Parting ways.
Departing.
But I think
whatever. Departure from. Yeah.
But I think it's amicable. I think they've done a lot of stuff together. Do you think that he's going to go back to his Subaru roots?
I mean, that's kind of my guess. I know So
Or is he going to go like super wacky and do something that none of us are expecting and be like, all right,
Hyundai,
General Motors,
General.
Hyundai. Hyundai, actually, I could see that happening
I mean,
because
Hyundai has a rally team.
they put enough R&D into like race cars and stuff. They've done some things.
I mean, can you just see the Genesis Gymkhana though?
No thanks.
It better be in like that, the big body. I don't want to see it.
They do the luxury Genesis.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be in a Velociter. I mean,
The
a
zombie
Veloster
edition.
and a Fiesta, not necessarily drastically different, but
No.
still,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not as
I don't know. It's
exciting.
if
Subaru.
it'll probably be Subaru.
Yeah. Now the only thing is like, is he gonna go to Subaru? Like, he drives the Focus and the Fiesta and the Mustang, the Ford truck, but then he's got like his his F-250s and his Raptors and things like that. Like, they're gonna resurrect the Baja. Like, he's just gonna not show that type of.
The Baja, man, that would be cool.
No,
I doubt they'll do that though. No.
Yeah.
Quack RC, thanks to the $5, man. Hope all is well. I heard there's another lockdown in Ontario. There is. I got some better photos sent to you of my F100. Awesome. I keep forgetting to do Quack RC's photo for like the room line. It's unintentional. I just because I decided for this year I'm going to go in chronological order, starting from when they were submitted.
You're crazy.
I know. Well, I wanted to do something to actually get through them all, because what I was doing was just sort of like hashing around and going, oh, well, maybe this one now, and this way I'm forced to do them in order, and they'll all get done.
Now, I'm not saying that it's needed, but are you going through and just like when some of them come in, you just be like, thanks, but
there are some, and I try to respond and say thank you for your submission. Unfortunately, resolution wise, we're going to need something a lot bigger, because some of them I've gotten and it's been like 320 by 320.
Or what about if it's just an Everest on like 180 mil shocks? And
I haven't gotten any of those yet. People have been pretty good about scale accurate trucks.
We've got challenge accepted.
Yeah, right. Potato. No. I bought one of those Scale Builders Guild hoodies. It's got great quality. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I purchased one for myself, and they sent me a medium, which was laughably small. Yes. So I emailed them, and they're making it right away. They don't require me to send back the medium, but they did tell me that I did order a medium, which I'm like, I don't think I did.
Right.
That's not something I would do, but whatever.
Thank you, Red Cat of CT. Hey, yes, hey, I mentioned him. Red Cat of CT mentioned earlier. Yes, I have your items. Dan has them in front of him now. Even he shipped out a few things for me today, which was nice, because I was like, here, and text him an address.
Perry G, thanks for the $2.
A Brat STI.
Yes, now we're talking.
I want the seats in the back still, though.
Yeah, of course.
That
would be very cool. Perry G, $2, thank you. Vanquish Fest will be catered at the Hyatt Regency.
4 seasons.
4 seasons, yes.
But will you and Matt ever part? Don't you ever? One of these days, he's gonna just too many leaf springs. It's gonna be done.
Impossible. There's only. Holy cow! I think there's only 2 trucks right now with leaf springs in the whole room.
We're getting there. Ooh, do I have more trucks with leaf springs in this room? 1, 2. Oh, you and I have the same amount of trucks with leaf springs right now.
That's strange. Doesn't seem right.
I mean,
Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Are we not?
I
We're not
think
counting semi trailers, right?
I didn't even count the semi truck.
Ah, dang it!
Oh, you did?
I-
Okay, I have 3 trucks. 3 trucks plus the semi. Yes.
Dang it. Okay. Well,
Here's
that's too
something
many
that
anyway.
neither of us thought of. Hellcat. Video said Hellcat, and that's all you needed to say.
Oh, Dodge would be a possibility.
That would be
'Cause
something else.
Dodge trucks, the T-Rex, the Hellcats,
Then you can
it?
also, or just go like full on Fiat Chrysler, so then you can get a Jeep.
Right.
You can get the
Yeah, you can do
new
the full line.
328 or 428, 328,
392?
392.
Yeah, close enough. 328. Whatever it takes.
4321. Who cares? Numbers.
Quack RC. Hey man, the riff video was awesome. Can't wait for a complete disassemble on Friday. Hope all is well. Looking forward to it as well. Yes, going to completely disassemble that truck. Put it back together.
I think I'll do the giveaway build on Sunday this week.
What's the what build is it?
That's the Traxxas TRX4 that I bought with RC
yeah.
Sparks' money.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I just cracked 45K, so I should have it done by the time I get to 50.
Yeah, perfect. You know,
Maybe.
perfect. What do you know? The Kyosho El Camino looks kind of cool. That it does kind of look cool.
Yes, it does. I saw that on RC Driver today,
Yeah.
I think.
I know. I was just like,
Yeah.
their bodies are really
Thanks.
good too. I've got that 69 Camaro down there, and it's a really nice body.
Oh, Kyosho knows a thing or two about bodies, man. Their Mini Z bodies are killer. Like
Yeah.
this is the best. This is the best looking Jeep so far.
Yeah, it is great. They really do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Cargill, thank you, sir. Working on a TF2 right now. Fully Ken Block. Hopefully, Ken Block doesn't take after Logan Paul. Otherwise, he could pair up with Daewoo. What did
What did
what
Logan
did
Paul
Logan
do? with
Paul do?
Daewoo?
That's
I loved their tagline when Daewoo had North American marketing. Daewoo, that's who. Okay.
wow.
Neat.
Leah Pritchett has been on Hoonigan quite a bit. Dodge makes sense. It does. I don't know why I didn't think of Dodge.
Yeah, I didn't think of Dodge either, but it does make sense. Because, I mean, I could see them doing things just because of that kind of collaboration. Like you could actually buy like a Ken Block edition, something or other.
I mean, Dodge would do that.
Which, because Ford never did it.
No.
Subaru never did it.
No.
There's enough of a following.
Now, granted, Subaru kind of got out of Ken Block by the time he was like actually blowing up.
Right.
But it seems like Ford should have.
They
I
should
mean,
have
they
done
could
something.
they could sticker slap a Mustang like anybody else and just
Oh, yeah.
they have a bullet version of the Mustang. And it's terrible.
Of course it is.
I mean, I can't. I mean, obviously, I'm not the market. They're not looking for people my age to go like the bullet version. I'm like, I've kind of seen parts of that movie. Like,
Yeah. I'm older than you, and it's still, for me, that would be a bit of a reach.
yeah. So, yeah. But, you know, Dodge is just like, put a Hellcat engine in this and put a Hellcat engine in that. So many good memes with that.
Do they have a small car?
Dodge?
Still?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
yeah, they do. It's just the
Can you
Dart.
buy a Dart? Can you buy a Dart still?
I don't know. Did anybody?
Well, it used to be the Neon.
Well, yes.
I
there's lots of
literally
neons.
just wrote Dodge Fart. Because this keyboard.
Huh.
I don't like this key cron.
Dodge Dart sedan. Yeah.
It's produced until 2016, my friend.
Oh. Well, it's still on their website.
What, you can buy one like from the Dodge dealership?
Maybe
think
not.
so.
I guess not. It just you go to Dodge.com and you can find Dart stuff. So yeah, they only have the Charger and
Although they would do goofball things, like they would do a Grand Caravan with a Hellcat engine in it.
Mid-engine, rear engine. No, mid.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Or like the Durango, he would do something goofball with that.
I mean,
But they don't have like a small enough car.
yeah,
Well,
I
they
mean,
could offer him a Fiat, I guess.
ooh, Fiat 500. Just blow the tire.
Just explodes.
Oh,
Doesn't even go
Brian,
off
thank
the
you much.
line.
Josh, explain the Facebook Integy thing. Oh,
Oh yeah, I want to know about this too, because he was asking me on my Instagram. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
so Brian had sent me all of the parts to build that Jeep right there. That's going to go back to him. And in that, there was a metal skid plate. It was an Integy skid plate. And
Integy.
people just kept like poking at I have made fun of Integy countless times in the past and still do. They're not the brand I would normally choose for.
Anything.
Yeah, typically.
They'd be the brand Josh would choose to make fun of.
Yeah. I've posted memes before that I made that said like friends don't let friends buy Integy and think because there was a broken Integy axle. But
It's usually a broken Integy, just about everything.
yeah. So
It's
where that
one of
came
those
from.
brands that it started out bad and just never really
They don't have to.
much.
They just
No.
make a aluminum version of everything for every car. I can't believe how many parts they have in every color. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
I need a pink motor mount for a DR10.
Yeah.
We have one.
Or something much less obvious, just like it's ridiculous. Logan Paul started on Vine and is now trying to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just kind of coming hard out of left field.
He's one of those goofball. Is he the guy that went into the forest? Is he that one?
That's his brother, I think.
Jake Paul. They're both idiots.
Yeah.
There, I said it.
Yeah.
There goes all my potential marketing deals with those two. Darn it.
Yeah. That's but yes, I did watch the last Paul fight mainly because it was a Tyson fight as well, but yeah.
Hello, Daryl from the Philippines. Thanks for watching.
Logan Paul went to the forest. Yes, not Jake. Yeah, whatever it was.
Okay.
One fights,
Whatever.
one does video. I don't know. They both do videos.
Idiots.
I don't follow them very much. So, but yeah, that's either way. It's going to be. I'm interested to see what Hoonigan does because what I'm most interested in is no matter what vehicle brand they choose, cool vehicles are going to follow. There's money there, and that's going to equal cool builds in the end. I think that's.
Are you talking about Hoonigan?
Yes.
Okay. I was spaced out for a minute there. Sorry.
What I'm more interested in is to see how they decide to, like, navigate everything with. Ken has tow rigs and personal trucks, and he goes snowmobiling a lot, and has to tow trailer. Like, how are they going? Because Ford, he really showed a lifestyle of Ford and Ford products.
Yes, and it's really hard to duplicate that with some of these other companies.
Exactly. Like Subaru would be very hard to make that same picture.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, they have that newer gigantic SUV, but that's not really he doesn't fit that portion of their brand.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting.
They're a much more family sort of outdoorsy adventure sort of. But I mean, people do cool stuff with Subarus. I'm not saying that Subarus are bad in any regard, but yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah, it will be. So, Toyota's a possibility because they have They don't have any big trucks. They only have Tundras.
Tundra.
They don't. They don't have a 3/4 ton or 1 ton, anything like that. Yeah.
Toyota or Nissan? Quack RC thinks.
Still,
I
yeah.
and General Motors, they don't do enough racing in anything. That's not their business.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Corvette stuff, but
Yeah,
I've
but
heard
that's
that
an
the
entirely
Camaro's
different.
going away.
Again?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. Who knows? Someone
I bet you
send
that's a
you a
really bad
super
seller.
Integy military build. Oh my god! They're like, have you seen that Integy 8x8? The thing is, I think with
To
all
the
the
internet.
I think all of the Integy stuff basically comes assembled, like the trucks like that. And I've
Billet machined 8x8.
yeah, but they come
Oh,
done. You seeing it?
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
All the like cap head screws, or not even, yeah, cap head. Ugh. No, like, not $1,600.
Yeah.
No. Just listen to this. We took our very popular and unique 7T-GL 6x6 and
But I
created a longer, larger machine in the new 10T-GL 8x8.
but the thing about the 7TGL 6x4 is just that I really liked the 7T-6 or 5
Yeah,
5 more
the
than the 7T-6.
7T-GG was better than the GL, in my opinion.
The GS, or the GSX, the special one, like
It's got if it's not a GLS, it's not for me.
snob though.
I've been saying that my whole life. So bizarre.
Yeah, it's no SCA1E, but it's
Which stands for scale.
I won't let
He's a
myself
yeah,
live it down.
Adam Montcalm just made a good point. He's a rally driver, and Dodge doesn't make a rally car. So my bet is on Toyota, the Yaris. LOL.
Oh God.
Which I don't disagree with.
It's possible.
It is possible. They've got a large enough
Oh man, it's
variety of vehicles. I mean, the Tundra,
Supra,
Forerunner, Supra.
the Yaris GR.
What's the tiny one that they did with Subaru?
Oh, the BRZ and the FRS
BRZ.
AE86.
Yep.
Oh,
Is this an RC stream? No.
If they make a Hoonigan Yaris, all of my
All-wheel drive
talking about
Yaris.
the Tamiya Yaris is going to just be.
Well, I'm gonna have to send you one.
Oh,
I almost bought you one again today.
The Camry? Can you imagine when HPI releases the Hoonigan Camry?
I mean, some of those sport body kits, it kind of looks like he could just drop one right in there.
Oh yeah, I can just see all of the RC Hoonigan options that are to come.
Yeah, wherever he goes, I doubt they'll hold a candle to the Hoonicorn, said Rich Letourneau, and that's a very good point. I think maybe he won't go anywhere. Maybe he'll just start making one-off stuff.
I have to imagine though that he was getting such a influx of cash from Ford that I can't imagine that he's not going to try and find a brand deal to help fill that pay gap.
Yeah, because it's going to go from millions to zeros.
I mean, I have
Not
to
zeros. He does okay on YouTube, but
yeah, but
that's not just him. That's teams.
Yeah, I mean, Monster Energy is obviously going to be paying a lot of money still. I mean,
He's dropping Monster Energy and going for kombucha.
yeah, exactly. He's trying to fulfill a healthier lifestyle. That's
and Highway to Hell makes a good point about Travis Pastrana. Every time you see him in any of his videos, he looks frightened. Like when he's driving, it's always like.
I think that's just his face.
But, I know, but he does look very scared.
So he also switched wheel sponsors, which, yes, that is true, to Wheel Pros, who is the owner, and to bring this into RC, Wheel Pros, the owner of like almost all the wheel brands, basically, including KMC and the like, who Wheel Pros we deal with at VP.
Right.
So it opens up, it's like, ooh. But at the same time, with things like that, there is, like when we want to make a licensed wheel for a scale truck, there is certain things that we go through and we talk with the company, show them what we're thinking, all of that. But you can't just make any of their options, specifically because like they're not probably going to let us make a Ken Block, one of their Ken Block specific wheels, because Ken Block,
they got to pay Ken Block.
He's going to get a taste of each of those full size wheel sales. And then they'd just be like, what about a little one like for toys? I don't. And it's just easier. We've ran into that before because Robbie Gordon has a number of licensed wheels. And we really like the style of some of them, but it's just like.
So Robbie, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Just about your process for when you want to do a small version of a real product. So you, just so I'm clear on the sort of the process here from step A to step C or whatever. You don't just make it first and then start selling it and then ask if you can do it.
Hope that no one says something so you don't have to cover up a portion of the product.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying hypothetical.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so that's cool. That's good for educational purposes.
Yes.
Glad to know that.
We have a lot
I have to make some phone calls.
Yeah. a lot of
cancel a lot of products.
So,
hello, factory? Hello, factory?
Yeah, exactly.
Hello?
Change the spelling.
Stop making all of those things.
Turn all of those stickers into rearrange the letters.
You could say adiot.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, let's talk about RC cars for a moment.
Yes. I have...
Do you like them?
Right. I've been working on a number of just trying to finish up a handful of little projects here and there. I've got an Ultra that I was working on last night that's been up on my shelf there. And I took and was putting the... what was it? The MST, the J45 body on it.
Saw that. Yeah, that looked pretty cool. That's going to be a nice little Toyota-esque.
Yeah, it sits way too high. So I'm going to cut out the bed and then so I can set it down where I actually want it. And I'll cut the front of the chassis off so that it sits in a reasonable spot. And then I'm just going to I'm kind of making it easy on myself. I just bought a bumper and then I'm going to it's got like it's a Wordy made bumper, which they always had just insanely way too big of stingers. So I'm just going to cut all of that off.
Call that one the Stinger.
Yeah. Like his bumpers were more stinger than bumper. I'm just going to cut all those off.
Northern California. I get it.
Yeah, right. People like that stuff.
Getting they're rolling over a lot. This prevents that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it just folds in nicely as it rolls over. That's fun. I also have a VS410 Pro on the way.
You do?
Because I needed another one.
Yes, of course. Now, what will get there first? The VS410 Pro or the box?
Or the body that's going on it. I guarantee you the VS410 Pro is going to get here tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, you can get a head start.
Dan doesn't mess around. Yeah, that's true. I can have it built, but I have to cut a whole bunch off of that too.
Yep.
Because it's a pretty small body.
Right.
So, well, I mean, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But yes, there's going to be some chops. Wes is going to show me where to chop it. So I'm pretty very excited about ruining another VS410.
Yeah, that's awesome though. So
I've ruined a lot.
Yeah, you know, why not though? They're
The
they're good to
Yeah, I
cut
mean
up as well.
the prototype Origin, I still have that, but I've ruined it by putting that 6 scale Willies on it.
Oh, that's right. That's your dragon models on that.
Don't touch my Willie. And then the VS410 Pro that I did for comping with the hard body
Yep.
is the Jelly Bean. So then this one's going to get ruined with something else too.
Mike says, my Vanquish stuff was 1 day to Canada. Amazing.
Yeah.
Since FedEx has been killing it lately. And
Oh man, I love
they've
FedEx so
brought
much.
the shipping prices from the US to Canada so far down at the same time. Like it took what used to cost us 60 some dollars to send to Canada to like $20.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
3 times faster.
You know, because they're all competing,
Yeah.
right? They're being serious about it and actually making it more affordable for the customer, which is fantastic. UPS and FedEx have been absolutely dominating it lately, and I'm so thrilled when I choose those as my delivery source because I know I'm going to get them.
Yeah, FedEx has honestly been great lately. So that's
Yeah.
that has been nice.
Mike Brooks, yes, I still have my Marlin crawler. I love my Marlin crawler. It's got a quilt in the back that Richard's mom made for me.
Oh my god. What?
See? Look. Because the gag is both of our moms are quilters.
Okay.
So she's like, have a little quilt for your toy truck. I was like, I will. Thank you. There's actually some pictures of us, well, not us, but our drivers having a little tea break by a waterfall.
I can't
But yes,
even.
I love my Marlin crawler. I've made a lot of changes to this A&M garage front bumper, and it also is the leaf mount as well. There's a whole video on all the changes I made to this, but it's also got JEC leaf spring adapters for Vanquish Curry axles on it, and these axles are the prototypes.
Oh, really?
I got to set it. Yeah, these are the ones you guys gave me at Axial Fest 2016.
Yeah.
So I'll never get rid of those because they are kick-ass.
Are they non-anodized?
Non-anodized.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I think I sandblasted those for you.
Yeah.
Before they went
raw.
up there. So they don't
Yeah,
even
you
have the
drove them up that day.
They don't even have the logo etched on them.
Nope, no logos, no nothing.
Yep.
I had to tap a lot of the holes because Josh didn't do a very good job of cleaning them up. But
yeah,
that's
because
fine.
I remember that because I ran into that on I forgot to get them all good and cleaned out from the sandblaster, so it had like gritty.
Yeah, all kinds of grit and burrs in them. And I put them together and installed them on my truck that weekend.
That's right, on the Cherokee with the paint job.
The Jeep Speed Cherokee.
But
there's a lot of good stuff on this truck, and it's a nice little piece of history to have these axles still.
Exactly. Cooper's asking, what is that truck? Again, that's the Trailfinder 2 Marlin Crawler Edition from RC 4-Wheel Drive. And then Matt, it doesn't actually come looking like that. Matt changed the color. It was other than that, it's just like
quilt not included.
Not included.
Neither is the interior. You don't get an interior with it. I built an interior out of some Tamiya pieces. Inner fenders are included. Most of the actually, there's not much left that you get when you buy one of these. It's mostly totally not the same truck anymore. That's fine.
Yeah. Whew.
I built it to comp in, and I actually came in 5th at the East Coast Scale Challenge with that one. So
yeah, and the guy in last place was pissed.
You mean 6th?
Yeah, exactly. Did I miss Randall? Rich, no. I said in the news
Randall's next week.
The 20th. I said, and I know I said next Wednesday the 20th. I meant like, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday.
A Wednesday following this Wednesday.
The 20th. So
yeah,
we'll be here to grill him.
Grill him we will.
Yes.
I canceled my LMT order officially. I am out.
Why do you say these things as soon as Rich pops in?
Oh, no. He doesn't work for Losi. That company's garbage.
It hasn't said one thing about the.
No,
Hey, Rich is
everything
here.
else has been super positive. Oh, hi, Richard. You know what? I was actually thinking about getting that LMT again. Officially. No, I had to cancel it because I realized I'm not much of a monster truck guy.
Well, once you said what your plans were, I think that
Most
the
people
fine
probably
people
decided
at
that I
Low
wasn't.
C as well were glad you canceled.
It's so weird because I went into the order system and it was actually canceled for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
There was a
nope.
note that said, "You don't deserve this."
Yeah, exactly. We heard what you were going to do.
Yeah, we know you.
The fact,
And
and for anybody who wasn't here last week when he discussed, Matt was saying, like, I think I'm going to cancel it. My plan was to take the LMT and put a hard body on it.
yeah, because that thing it would look so good.
The LMT is, honestly, if you're going to put a hard body on something, put it on the SMT that you
I
have.
might just do that too.
Because, in all honesty, the SMT, not nearly as good as the LMT.
Oh no. They're not even in the same category. They may
So,
look
if you're going to
kind of the
build
same.
something that's going to be useless, which you're familiar with,
Most of my stuff is, so
why?
it just makes sense.
it's
Anyway, I'm
like
not
getting
doing
a
it because
felony
I realized. Go ahead, explain the felony. What's your felony situation?
to carry eggs
Like-
home for you. I don't know. Like,
Buying a felony to go off-roading.
yeah.
Hi, Rich. No, it's not. It's not me. It's you. No. Every time I check in, Matt's complaining.
Yeah.
You must, Rich. If that's what you think, you're watching the wrong channel. You want to go to a channel where someone's always complaining about something. Head over to the news on Harley Designs.
I think that I'm mighty positive on many things.
Anyway, no. And it's not because I don't like the LMT. I actually think it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of really good tech in that thing. I'm just not a monster truck guy, and I realized that when because when they did Son of a Digger and the Mortician, all those other variants, I was like, when are they going to do the Monster Mutt? That's the only one I care about.
If it doesn't have ears, I don't want it.
Yeah. If it doesn't have big veiny arms, I'm not interested. No, but I think it's more than anything. It's because I would like to get a Rift.
Yeah.
So I'm saving my pennies for one of those.
That's a good buy. I think that it fits a lot of what we're doing or where we're going to drive these things.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I realized I've got some really great hills near me that I could just shoot up and shoot a much better video than you did.
Yes, I think that's probably possible. However, yours will be late and underappreciated.
Yeah, nobody's gonna care when it comes out.
like I always say, every time you're like, just got my running video done, and I always go watch it, and it's always some beautiful cinematography. I'm like, that's a great video that will be very underappreciated. Don't worry.
Yeah, they always are.
People always ask for running videos, and then if we put up a running video, even if mine are terrible, like whatever, like running video, people don't watch them.
No, they don't care. They watch
People-
10 seconds of it.
People don't watch running videos.
Rich just said, good luck with that, pal. That's insinuating I won't be able to get a Rift.
Right.
They'll block the sale on
They heard. When is the release date
like
of the
the
Rift?
LMT, huh?
I think that it's very soon.
Yeah, I think it's very soon, like mid Jan, like
Yeah.
Jan 18, I think.
Like coming.
5 days from now.
So yeah, the should be good.
Craig Thompson just said you can try climbing that cliff you took the Capra down. RC driver broke an axle in his running video.
He
Did he?
did. Yeah, he snapped the front axle housing. So it's now it's going to be possible to break that truck. I don't have a ton of runtime on mine, and I bent a trailing arm.
You know what? You can break anything in this hobby if you try hard enough.
Now, I still think that it's going to be the most durable axial to date.
I would tend to agree with you because they overbuilt a lot of those things.
And
Those
they haven't
axles are
always
stout.
built the most sturdy things in the past.
Some of the things have not
Some
been
of their trucks have needed a
sturdy.
lot of upgrades.
Wraith. Excuse me.
The SMT, like,
Oof. Yeah.
so I think that it's just
Mark
a
Cargill,
good choice.
thanks for the $10, my friend.
Um,
Just put an A&M wrap bar or anti-wrap bar on my TF2. I have that as well. Gotta say, the threads could use a chasing. Is that a thing? They were crusty and kind of janky, like how it works, though. Cheers, maple syrups on me. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I mean, smaller shops that are doing things as, small runs, you're going to run into that problem probably.
Yeah.
But for the most part, A&M's stuff from Burt is just awesome.
Yes.
Anytime you need to make a truck that was not made to do hardcore comp stuff, he's your guy.
Scott Oblander, have you heard if the Rift will be released as a kit as well?
Gosh, I hope so.
I mean,
I hope it comes.
We run into this all the time because, okay, maybe the information on it was leaked at the beginning.
What?
We can't just completely ignore it. So I do think that you will see a Rift kit.
I think you'll see one. Well, I hope you will. Oh, Rich is like, okay, I think I've had enough of this great show. LOL. Rich, when has this ever been a great show?
Yeah.
Oh, when he's on. Right. Maybe we should get both Randall and Rich on at the same time
and just let them argue.
We'll
just give them like the hard questions, like which is your least favorite coworker, and you can't say each other.
Does Randall smell?
So, no matter what, I think that the Rift RTRs. So here's the thing: we've talked about this with like some of the Arma stuff in the past. The RTRs of the Rift, like people want a kit and all that. People like kits. I love kits. I love putting these things together. But these RTRs are such good value already.
Yeah,
because
that's the thing. The Spectrum gear that they're putting in them is good.
It is, and these kind of cross the line into this basher thing, and it's, they have. They're sensorless systems. A censored system would help in situations, yes, for sure, without a doubt. But
bye, Rich. Love you.
But you don't need it. You can go blast the hills like that all the time, and the censored system won't really be the big benefit. The censored systems help like with the little, the slow stuff and the startup, things like that. The RTR in this thing is good. Now the Spectrum radio that it has is fine.
That's the DX3.
DX3.
Yeah.
It's got the smart stuff on it. Mine is covered in dirt. I see. It's for the Rift.
Oh, wow.
I just write on the bottom what they are, just because.
Here, hang on. Just so you can see the difference between what that guy does.
Do you go turn your radios a quarter turn every day? Hey, Dale C. Late to the party. Fun fact, Matt eats large quantities of toothpaste. I know. Crazy, huh? Finally ran the pro. Worth every penny. Thank you. No problem. Dale, good time.
This is what I do to my radios, people. Put real stickers on them with printed labels so I know exactly which one is which.
Yes, because this would have been easy to confuse.
It looks ugly. Do it right. Or don't do it at all.
Right. I mean, I have a label maker, but still. But no, while this part, I'm not a big Spectrum user. So if you're like me, you're not looking for you don't need another radio like that, or you're not going to be able to use the receiver that was included. Like, yeah, it's again more that you didn't want to spend, but It's still a really good setup, RTR. What are you chuckling so hard about over there?
Perry G said something very funny. He goes, Josh, Spectrum's okay. Complains in Futaba. Which is so accurate because you exactly started doing that just now. So great. I think I'm going to get a new radio.
Are you?
Yep. But it
Which
is going to be
Futaba are you going to get?
No, I'm getting a Spectrum radio. I think I'm going to try one of their new ones that's coming out.
That's coming out?
Yeah, I think it's out. The DX5 Pro.
Interesting.
It's basically the DX5C, but it's got a lot of upgrades.
Ah. It has a less shitty touchscreen. Or
there's no touchscreen.
Or whatever it is.
It's got a scroll. It's got a scroll wheel. They stuck with the scroll wheel for this one, and that's why
better.
I want it.
Yes.
Yeah. The touch thing is not good. I did not like that.
Which transceiver are you going to use for the semi build? I'm just going to use one of my Futabas, pistol grip style. So I won't have likely all of the.
You're not going to get the horn. Just like me, I don't have the horn. I'm using this DX5C.
Yeah, and so I'm not going to pick up a stick radio for it. I mean, I do have stick radios. I do have like a QX7. They're all. So I don't know. I
think I still have that 16 channel one from that Hummer.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think I have that actually. I'm not going to use it though.
Yeah, me either.
I don't need the horn. I shouldn't be running into anybody. There's nobody else around here. That's a semi truck.
I'm just gonna put the horn noises in post.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, that's
Hey Josh?
Yes.
Do you like the RTR Capra?
No.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Nope, I don't. I wish that I liked. I don't like the Capra
much at all.
I really don't. I like the axles. But that's
funny because that's the part I took off mine.
Yeah, that's kind of the extent.
I like the Capra. I think it's got a good place. In the market, I think it does.
I don't disagree there. In the market, I think that a lot of people like it, and it does things that are kind of cool and different. It's more capable. Yeah. It's got some more abilities. It's just all of the things about it that I don't like together.
The sum of its parts. Yeah, it's the sum of its parts that you kind of have a problem with. I like my Capra a lot, but that's because I've made a lot of significant changes to it. Right. It's basically, again, it's the cage of a Capra, but it's got a traditional 3-gear trans with a Vanquish dig, a UC Fab dig servo relocator. It's got Vanquish Curry F9s. It's not at all a Capra anymore. It's more of like a smaller, more nimble, better geared truck.
Now, I don't think at the same if you have a Capra, I think that you can spend a lot of time tuning and fiddling with it to turn it into something that you will enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, out of the box though, it was a leap from where I thought it was going to be out of the box performance. Now, I don't necessarily always expect crazy things out of the box. I think I have kind of a reserved expectation for vehicles out of the box because they have to be built in certain ways. The Rift, for example, I think sits too high, but I kind of know why they make them sit that way. You know, there's kind of a look that they go for, and that's kind of like what people want to see. So
how are those? Sorry, finish your point, then I'll ask you again about the Rift.
But I think that the Capra it fell short of my expectations by enough that I didn't really feel like diving into it as much as I do with a lot of other platforms.
So on the Rift, how were those shocks?
Long.
Except for the rubbing of the spring against the actual body of the shock. Was there anything were they leaky, or did you find them to perform pretty well?
So there's a I don't notice that I don't know that I have that they leaked on me. I would have to double check that.
Okay.
Honestly, it's so dirty right now that I don't 100% know if they were that leaky or not. The thing was is like how they worked. It felt like it worked pretty well,
Mhm.
but it's got so much power and those tires are so big and with open differentials. When you really, you know, give it the beans, it's got a lot of movement. The
Yeah.
truck moves. It's got torque twist,
Yeah.
but with three open differentials, it will unload to a tire that's
Oh,
completely up in
yes.
the air. So if you lock that truck completely out, I think that thing will probably just want to twist itself, you know, around. But the fact that it's
Yeah.
got open differentials, it kind of unloads and it makes the torque twist not seem like it's there as much.
Copy that. Okay.
And then beyond that, I was trying to fling it up a hill. So
Right.
it spent a
Yeah.
lot of its time in the air. Now, like I bent that trailing arm, but I'm not kidding. That truck would have been several feet above my head in the air and then come down to flat, or on a rear axle. It was just, it got absolutely thrown around. So
That's good. That's good
now
to hear.
they feel specifically similar to like a Losi Baja Ray shock or something like that, which I think is kind of the genesis of them. And there's something about those shocks that feel cheaper, if that makes any
Oh,
sense,
interesting. Okay.
than something like and it could, there's just something about them. Like the bodies of them and the aluminum is like, it doesn't feel like a Capra shock body, which feels good. It's
Right.
just, and
Yep.
I'm talking about
I know
just the
exactly what you're
metal,
talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying.
not how things function
Yeah.
or just the metal. So,
Hmm. Okay.
um,
All right.
yeah,
Overall, though, I'm pretty excited about that truck, and I mean, yes, um, limited usage because it is a rock bouncer and it's kind of meant for climbing hills and stuff, and I get that. But I think you'll see people doing some pretty fun stuff with that.
oh, of
Chris,
course.
Crew Jones from
Hmm.
formerly of Ultra, he was like, "Could you do an Ultra with one of those?" And I was like, "Well, you probably could."
I think you would have a
Uh,
much better time doing an ultra with that than a laser nut.
yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed. Especially if you were to tune it a little bit so it was a little more locked in the rear,
I would, I would,
maybe in
I
the
mean,
front.
I would probably lock it center and rear at at the minimum. If I was
Yeah.
going to try and 5K with it, maybe leave the front open. Um, maybe, I don't know.
I'd leave the front open because it's not like you're doing a lot of technical rock crawling in those.
Yeah, at the same time, it's nice to not come up against something and have a front unload. So it's like,
That's true too. And I mean there isn't a lot of turning, so you
yeah,
could lock it
you could lock it
pretty
fully.
pretty
It's
much.
like,
Yeah.
which is the route that I feel like I'm gonna go is just try and lock it up and see what it does. I
Yeah.
know that that's gonna be hard on parts though, because I think it's a
Yeah, well,
lot of
definitely.
power in a solid axle truck.
Maybe
So
not completely locked. Maybe just a million weight or something.
someone had told, well, this will be a great question for Randall, and that is, someone said that it has million weight oil in it. I'm like, well, if it does, it's not very
No.
full and it's not
Yeah. I
very
saw you spinning those tires.
like,
That's not a million weight.
so,
Not at all.
we'll see. But that'll be a good thing to ask Randall.
Yeah. Let's switch gears here for a moment. Green with Envy says, guys, I love the show, but
But
somebody owes me $3.99. Flying Cars was not as good as y'all made it out to be. I've got news for you, Green with Envy. At no time did Josh or I ever say that movie is good. That movie is not good. But it's because it's not good that it's great.
it's so bad that it's great in so many ways.
Yeah, it's so bad that it's good. Uh, and of course, it wouldn't be one of these streams if we didn't talk about that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Check. I want to go back to the Rift for a second. I know that you
Okay,
probably
all
don't.
right.
If you're not interested in this, I'm sorry. But now RC rock bouncing, obviously, we've talked about like the events themselves whether or not that'll become big time, I highly doubt. But I think that there is the possibility of people having a lot of fun with these in event style or doing however they want, just because it's so much easier to find a dirt hill that you can go blast up with a friend than it is to find challenging rocks. I know Grim Jur in here, he's from Omaha, or Omaha area at least, where I'm from initially. And when I first got into RC rock crawlers, I lived in Omaha, and it is very hard to find any place with rock. Any rock that is in that part of the Midwest is underground, and the only time you see it is in limestone quarries. So, you've got to you either have to be fine with trail riding and, crawling on some roots and things like that, or find a riprap pile or some, rock under a bridge, like stuff like that to rock crawl. And back in those times, that's all we were doing was rock crawling. That's what they were. They weren't trail trucks. So it was a big difference. But dirt hill climbing, that's a whole different world. There's a dirt hill almost everywhere. You can find a hill
anywhere.
So,
there's probably 5 good places for me within about 3 kilometers of here.
Yeah.
Which is a mile and a bit.
Us out here on the West Coast, the terrain is incredible for rock crawling and things like that. It's one of the only places that I think rivals it or is better is Utah. Utah has some of my most favorite terrain ever. If there's almost any place that, if someone's like, you can go anywhere in the U.S. today to go crawling, Utah. I'm going to Utah. I don't know where, but I'm going to Utah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure.
So, Jesse Schultz just brought up another good point that came up a lot. And that says, make the Rift 4-wheel steering. And a lot of people said that because a lot of full-size rock bouncers use 4-wheel steer. However, I have to be the one to say that I immediately disagree with it being a good idea. Because if
too much power?
If you've ran a truck like that with power and speed and you try and use rear steer, it's absolutely useless. I did it in a Wraith way back in the day when I put a Pro 4 3300 kV motor in it, and it was 4-wheel steer before I did that, and that was the first truck I put a big 4-pole in, and I put that in there, and then I tried using it. I'm like, rear steer is 100% useless at this type of power. So I was like, everyone who says it, I'm just like, I feel like that's pointless.
Someone will do it.
It'll happen. I'm sure somebody else said it too, but I just pick out when Jesse made the comment so I can shit on his point. Sorry.
Vidjo is reporting in he's still in Utah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah. Redbeard in here. Same. He's like, yep, Utah's where it's at. Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Well, isn't that why, didn't Randall just move to Utah?
Yep. He moved to Hurricane, Utah, I think.
Is that an ironically named town? Or?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Hey, hit the like button, everybody, if you're still watching. If you're on mobile device,
hit the like button.
You can close the chat, hit the like button, then jump back in. It's not moving that fast. Here in Iowa, we need to go to the bluffs by the Mississippi River for the rocks. Yeah, well, Omaha is by the bluffs on the Missouri River side, and there's none. It's big hills, no rocks.
We've got a thing called the escarpment around us, so lots of great rocks. I got to drive to them, but they're here.
Here's a great one that popped in from Lone Star RC guy, who we see all the time. If you could only have one, bomber or Rift.
Well, I can't answer that because I don't have a Rift yet.
You should answer it without owning either, because a lot of people, you've owned a bomber.
I have many bombers. I still have my bomber. I love my bomber.
Now, if you're like a lot of RC people and really you need one RC to focus on, so you can either keep your bomber or you can sell your bomber to make the funds to buy a Rift. What would you do today? Would you go for the new factor, like the new RC factor, fun, sell the bomber, pick one up? Or
because it's RTR only right now?
Yep.
I would probably stick with the bomber. I'd wait for a kit because the bomber I have is the kit version, which I
Okay.
much preferred.
Okay. Um,
That said, I will go back on this, and I do like shiny new things.
that's a big thing. I agree. Um, yeah, that's. Do you see rear center diff being an issue on the Rift? Do you mean a centered rear axle, or do you mean a differential in the center and the rear? I don't know what you mean. Thank you for the donation. I'll try and watch. I'll try and watch for your. I would love to answer your question. I don't know what you mean.
Stupid question. Thanks for the money.
No, it's not what I said.
But Video said it's pronounced hurricane.
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 Well, we'll see.
He
now,
lives there. You should know.
He lives in Utah. Does he live there?
Yeah, but okay. It would be like me saying
I lived in
Toronto.
I lived in Kansas City, and there's a lot of places in Missouri I did not pronounce the same way that other people in Missouri.
Well, it'd be a cold day before I recognize Missouri. So,
but if I had to pick today between my bomber and the Rift,
oh, you'd choose your bomber.
I would choose my bomber because
there's more
amazing.
Carbon fiber on there.
Yes.
Than an F1 car.
It is amazing. But I actually haven't driven my newest bomber, but I've driven a lot of bombers that I've built in the past.
I love the bomber. I really do. But that brings up another good point. The first Ultra, I made that through without any failures. The second Ultra, I blew out a rod end and had to limp it home. I think Richard finished 7th and I would have finished 8th, but I ended up dropping 4 places and finished 12th because I had to limp it home. A couple guys passed me. And with how robust that Rift looks, I think I'm going to switch. I'm going to take the Rift, even the RTR.
Yeah, it's stock bomber to stock Rift. If they're staying stock, I'm going to pick the Rift.
There you go. That's the answer, folks.
Yeah. What do you think of the offset rear pumpkin? I wish that it's one of those things that I mentioned in the video. I wish that it would have been centered. I think that was a missed opportunity. It's a completely different housing than the front, so there's no reason. Like the bomber, it made sense. It's the same housing front and rear. They just you flip some parts. Honestly, I think that the Rift was designed by someone who's not from this market and didn't necessarily know what to change. I think that he was given the bomber files, maybe a list of some things that they wanted, and they said, this, we're going to try and, and he didn't, I don't think that the designer knew much about our market. I think that he was underinformed, and maybe I'll have to push Rodney on that a little bit to say, like,
Randall.
God damn it. How many times am I going to do that next week?
You're fired.
I know. Randall.
I wonder if Paul's 1816 has been watching the whole time, or if he's making a joke, because he just said, hey, have you guys talked about the Rift? Paul's, go rewind about half an hour.
Yeah.
Only talking about the Rift.
I know. He's probably...
No, Nick. Randall didn't design the Rift. He was the project manager.
Right.
Which are 2 different things.
They are 2 different things, and we'll make him get into depth about that. It's going to be 2 episodes about Rift, so maybe we should move on.
Yeah.
I could talk about it a lot. It's a good car.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm keen to see it. Yeah. It was interesting, the rollout on the social medias. You got one. RC Driver got one. RC Sparks got one. And then somebody who does full-size rock bouncing has one.
Right.
I think that's it, right? Were there only the 4 of them?
I believe that is correct. Yeah, I think that is correct. Which is surprising for such a completely new release and all that. And with having the kit's almost here and ready to go. Like
It,
a lot of times
you think that there should have been more people?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when you and I, or people like us get media kits of trucks, if we get them way early, it's because there is oftentimes when you're working with a factory, you'll say, I need 10 sample trucks. And they're in an early sample. Maybe all of the parts aren't even 100% or completely done. Maybe a manual's in early stages or box art isn't finished, something like that. And they take those 10 trucks or whatever, and they airship them to the US and then they get distributed.
Yeah.
But with these, like, production was obviously already done some time ago, because it takes almost 30 days for trucks to ship out of port from China, where this truck was made in China, which is Axial's first truck out of China, by the way. Maybe the
Different factory again? Like this is
yeah,
not a Losi factory?
This
It's
is
a
not
different factory
This
altogether?
is not the same factory as the Capra or the SCX3, and it's
Interesting.
and those two are made in the same factory. The SCX10-2s and other SMTs are made in a previous factory. They're original.
Yes. Yep.
And this one is made, probably where the Baja Ray and Losi Laser Nut are.
Oh, good. Okay.
So either way, like, they'll take these obviously were done, and then they just took a small number of the samples that probably were airshipped still prior and sent them out. But it's like they would have had a supply to have shipped, because
Yep,
they were obviously
exactly.
in assembly already. So
RC on the rocks. That's the guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Racing on the rocks.
Racing on
right?
the rocks. It's like it's not RCA.
Yeah, racing on the rocks.
But yeah, so either way, I think that we'll see some things there, no matter what. And then when it gets here, when Randall is on here, I said it right, I'm going to give him a lot of hell about the manual.
Is it not good?
So, it's so underwhelming.
Oh, well, it's an RTR, though. What do you expect?
Certain things.
Oh, okay, well, we'll get into it next week, because
Yes,
we've talked the Rift to death.
I know.
Although, one more thing. RC Sparks immediately put Integy shocks on it?
I did see
No, he didn't. Okay. We'll talk about that next week, too.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not really like a big performance guy. Like,
No. He's
a flashy guy.
Yeah.
Josh, do you still drive your Capra much? I don't. My Capra is actually not even together.
Okay, I'll show you my Capra. I had it on a cell block. Yay.
Oh, you had it on the cell block, so you didn't have to go rotate the tires by hand?
No, this one doesn't. This is more of a comp crawler, so
Yeah, it doesn't require daily rotation.
you don't need to rotate these ones.
Jeremy Burris, thank you, sir. Both guys from Racing on the Rocks had the truck early. Yeah, I had seen that. Yeah, a couple guys there. And so,
I like this. I like this truck. I did some stuff to it though.
yeah, you put a.
It's different.
Is that a Toyota? Oh no, that's still a Capra. I see. It's hard to tell with it. That grill is so convincing.
Tricked you.
Yeah.
It's an FJ Cruiser now.
Oh man, it's so dead on. It's hard to tell.
This is I like this truck now that I've completely ruined it.
But no, I took my Capra apart when I started the Class 3 build for Scale Nationals in like February, and it has never been put back together.
It would have been nice to go to that event.
It would have been great, wouldn't it have?
Oh man, it would have been so much fun because you and we could have just done this, but
Yeah, but
together.
there. Exactly.
Just trash talking everybody. Me, I could just do horrible as predicted.
And all would have been caught brilliantly on film by me your entire run, mocking you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lone Star RC guy, thank you for all the great content. He says, thank you for your questions. Appreciate it as always. Did stuff to it. Nobody needs to tell Matt it's okay to love your trucks. Not love your trucks.
I did things to it.
Yes.
I did things with it.
But
So, who did I say won the giveaway? I should have mentioned that again. RC Fun every day, who's probably not watching now, but you won the wheels and tires. I responded to your comment. Reach out to me, and we'll get you those wheels and tires.
Travis Gilmore says, guess it's good they just postponed it and didn't cancel it, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad they postponed it as well.
We'll see.
Can't wait to get that shirt. Got my Sharpie ready so I can just change the year. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. When is it? Is it scheduled?
It is scheduled. One of those ones that I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to make it to, but
Oh, why? When is it?
no, I mean, I don't know. It's like March or something like that.
Yeah, I won't be able to make that one.
Yeah, you will not be allowed to cross the border. I'm quite sure.
Yeah, they're not allowing me.
Yes.
Still.
My safety goat. What was AB somebody call it? Somebody, this Gretchen the safety goat. I don't know.
Is it gonna make it?
It's
God, that's so loud.
This screaming goat Nicole. ABV, somebody, I can't remember what he is, but yes, I didn't know anything.
So loud.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Wow.
So
indeed.
I keep planning on all the events. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to this event. I'm going to go to that.
Oh, you're going to go to USTE?
I'm not going to go to that one.
Oh, you're not going to that one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but like, I'm not planning to go to Florida. It's just, I'm planning to go to events that are nearer me, even though I know I'm not going to go. Like, they're not going to happen or not going to go or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
Lone Star RC guy, thanks for the $4.99. Thank you for thank you for all the information you provide and for always keeping things lighthearted. It's my job.
yes.
Thank you, and thank you for watching. Much appreciated, and thank you for your donation. Man, I've got a lot of questions about the Gladiator Stage 3.
Yeah, you think?
I sure have. Man, I'd love to show that off.
Love to be able to publish that video.
I sure would.
Is it already uploaded and everything? You just got to change the scheduled date?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I didn't put it up just in case I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I have a lot of angry people emailing me.
When I was uploading
Don't show the grill.
When I was uploading the Rift video, I'm getting it all up there, like confirming the email from Horizon, like, okay, says I can post this at 10:15 Central Time. I'm like, okay, that's
early.
8:15 my time, right? It's not 12. I'm like trying to make sure. I'm like,
Central Time's 2 hours for you.
yeah, just like making sure. I'm like doing the math the right way, right? Okay. Better make sure.
Is Mountain Time different than Pacific Time?
So, okay, schedule it. And then like just for kicks, I was writing an email. I was going to paste it to the guys at Horizon who helped organize everything. Pasted it to them. Like, here's the video. Here's the link to the video to go live at 10:15 Central Time. Also, just search Tower Hobbies and the link for
already up.
The other one is already up. Like,
yeah, it's so annoying.
And Mike J saying, Josh designed roads but can't figure out time zones. I can, but I always want to be completely sure.
It's even harder for me because they're like, it's gonna be at 3 p.m. your time. But I'm like, wait a second, that's not right because 3 p.m. my time is 12 noon your time. That's not right. Like, you're confusing me with a different time zone. I'm not in Russia.
So
it's not tomorrow here.
It's one of those things, especially because I was uploading that at 1:30 in the morning, You know, like I just finished the edit.
Because you were probably working all night getting it done.
Just trying to make sure everything was done 100%. And it's like, okay, I'm tired. I've got to write, you know, just did all of my descriptions and tags and thumbnail and all that. And I'm just like,
whew.
And if you screw it up, it's
a nightmare.
It's embarrassing. The people can get mad at you. You know,
beyond mad.
Well, yeah, you can literally
ruin a relationship. You can never see that product from those people again.
So,
which is why I'm not showing the grill on that truck. No, yes, other people have shown it off and did show it, and you posted all about it on your news, didn't you?
What did I post about?
Didn't we talk about that?
What?
Didn't we talk about somebody showing the grill behind the other grill on?
I did, because our Sea Girl had posted it.
Oh, right.
I don't think, evidently she wasn't supposed, I had mentioned it in the news.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
But evidently everybody was then later told, hey, don't show that. I'm like, oh.
That sounds fairly accurate.
I didn't get an email.
You were part of that group. Yeah, that's definitely probably close to it.
So, you know, that's
Moose Jaw just said two very funny things, because everyone's like, show the grill, just do it. And Moose Jaw goes, well, we're waiting.
We're waiting.
Which is one of my favorite moments from
Caddyshack.
Excellent thing. And then he goes on to say, because when I said I'm not in Russia, he goes, so you say, comrade. Yeah, I'm the Russian hacker.
Yeah, exactly.
But all I do is put up the products on Horizon's page.
Yeah.
That's
you just secretly go in and click items to be live.
Okay,
live.
Oh, this doesn't come out for 2 more hours? Oh, now it's coming out now.
Yeah. You thought. Whoever's working over there at Tower on the website's like, what time zone am I in?
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly. Larry, you blew it. We're in Central Time. Everyone else waits.
You know, he double checks the time, but he always just looks at the microwave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's
supposed to go
11.
It's supposed to go live at noon. It's telling me, flashing right now. Done.
Oh, it's an alarm. Better post it.
Yeah.
Ben Benavenides, thank you for the $4.99. Is it a 7 slot? I don't know. 7, 8. It's a 15 slot.
Vertical.
Think of what you would want it to be, and then add 7.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's.
Apparently, Evan Moore says there's still a pic of the Jorp Wrangler grill on RC Girl's Instagram, if anyone's curious.
Oh, there you go.
If you want to see it, that's where you can go see it.
Yep. Uncensored.
Yeah.
You don't even have to sign up for a Patreon.
Easy. There's some great content on Patreon.
It's never been on there.
The Jorp Wrangler Rubinot.
I swear. All right. Well, it has been nearly 2 hours.
What, do you want to end this already?
You know,
just getting started.
I have laughed so hard I've given myself a headache from being lightheaded.
That's good. That's a good sign. A couple of things I can talk about that are on stage 3. I've changed the axles.
What?
Okay. I've changed the axles. They're different now. There's something else that I can't talk about. I added a reinforcement bracket for the panhard bar. What else?
That's good.
I got some accessories from Night Customs.
Okay. Did you print them yourself or did you buy them?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I did them myself and they look pretty good. Didn't we? Didn't we? Where'd I? They're around here somewhere. Hang on. I don't have to get up.
Prudence, the safety go. AVE, that was what it was. Thank you. Oh, you made yourself a little shovel and jack and axe.
Everyone needs a high lift jack, even if they don't use it.
Yes.
The rustier, the better.
Tower Hobbies needs an OnlyFans so they can make their money off the early releases.
It's good. I like it. There's some roto packs that Night Customs offers.
Are you taking them? Oh, I see what you're doing.
What?
While you're looking at your next scale accessory there. Thank you, Gene Masters. He says, I'm about to try a carbon fiber PLA and PETG for bits of my crawler. Have you used similar products? So I do like PETG. I've used one of the earlier, like 5 years ago, carbon fiber infused PLAs, and it was not good. But I know that they have come a long way since then, and there is some much better ones. I believe you should make sure that you have a steel hot end and not
because you'll go through the brass in no time.
The brass hot ends will just get worn. You'll blow out the hot ends if you try. So if you print too much with carbon fiber or PLA, there you go.
John's Tiny Truck says, you show the grill in your video from a shot inside the wheel well. No, I don't.
Oh.
Do I, though?
Do I?
It's, Cars, Boats, and Bacon also said the same thing. Yes, that's true adjacent. You don't see it from the front, which is what I was told not to do. So
yeah.
Whatever. Everyone's already seen it. It's too late. The internet doesn't die. That's the thing.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many times you delete something or tell somebody that it's not there anymore. It's still there.
I will tell you, I can tell this story now because you can't find. Before I do that, Isogen saying he actually doesn't like either. He uses carbon fiber nylon X. That's actually the one I was thinking of, was nylon X. That was the one that I wanted to use more recently, but I have not yet. However, what I want put out a video. It was on a build of a certain truck, a series that I had done, and during that, I actually had the camera and I panned across a paper that was on the desk, and that it was a bullet pointed paper with a very bold title of something that was a project that was coming out before, which I think was like the VS410 Pro. But published, and it was
made it.
It was
and nobody looked at it, right? They didn't see it.
And it wouldn't have said it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have said VS410 Pro because it didn't have a name yet,
Right. It would have been
we already had the VS410
Project X or whatever.
Yeah, we use code names. Fluffy Bunny.
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Gozer. So you should check J Concepts. I think they may have. They may be the leak.
I remember when I noticed, and I flipped and got it cut, because you can cut sections out of a video on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You can't ever add anything or anything like that, but you can cut a section out. And I remember I did that and was just like, and I looked at all the comments and I was like, watched and never.
Not a single person
dodged a bullet.
Phew.
So, yeah. Anyway, but
FXRWGDI Davidson.
Oh yeah.
Made a comment about the rusted fiberglass. I've been told by someone who knows a lot about the AROX that is not fiberglass. It's aluminum. No, it's steel, apparently.
Huh. You know what?
So, there you go.
We'll see.
I should just write on it, aluminum. All right, folks. Thank you very much to everybody for watching again.
Yes, as always.
This is fantastic. I love this show.
I do
love
too.
doing this show. It's a lot of fun.
Let's say thank you to some people.
Let's say thanks to
I
Sam
can't.
C, Joe Strummer Lives, Ben Benvenides, Quack RC, Perry G, Mark Cargill, Lone Star RC Guy, and Ben Benvenides again.
Hold on.
You guys are all awesome.
Mine will not load viewer activity. Give me just a second.
You're wicked awesome.
Tell us a story, Matt.
Okay. Some other things that are going to be shown on the Gladiator.
Okay.
I've added a bicycle. This is a Night Customs bike that I painted up.
What logo? What brand name did you paint on there?
GT.
GT. I see.
Yeah.
Fox.
They're cool bikes. Fijon.
That's actually a pretty good looking print and paint job.
Thanks. That was Shapeways print.
Yeah.
And because it's got a trailer hitch, because I added a new bumper, I'm putting a trailer on it. An adventure trailer. But that's not for stage 3.
Okay. Are you scratch building it with leaf springs?
No. It does have leaf springs, though.
Thank you to Sam C, Joe Strummer Lives, Tor Hogan, RC Dave Charged Up, Isogen, Matthew Jorgensen, Red Cat of CT, Quack RC, Mark Cargill, Brian Sherwood, Scott Oblander, Dale C, Jonathan Croneman, nice, Jeremy Burris, Lone Star RC Guy, Gene Masters, Ben Benavides. Thanks, Dr. Harley, he says.
You're not a doctor.
We were talking in the group moderator chat, and I was like, I've been thinking about going back to school. I'd like to get my PhD, so y'all have to call me Dr. Harley, because I think that would be worth it.
Nobody's going to call you
worth
that.
the years of my life.
Wait, there's a moderator chat?
I have one on Instagram. So,
what?
Yeah, like the mods that I have.
Oh, that's
we have
cute.
A group. Yeah, right.
I didn't know you could do that.
STL Sunday will be back this week. Yes.
What are you going to make this week?
I think that I'm going to make a pallet jack, aka shop scooter.
Cool. I want one of those.
And a pallet to go with it.
Nice.
I think that'll be fun.
This will be the first thing of yours I'll actually print.
Nice. There you go. I enjoy seeing it.
Stuff. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of the week. And I'll see you again next Tuesday night for Lightroom Live.
Yeah. We'll see you guys Friday night for the live build, teardown, rebuild of the Rift. More Rift talk coming soon to a live stream near you. Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Take care, everybody.